13 things you must remove from your bedroom. They attract poverty, block prosperity. Hello everyone, and welcome to Zen Buddhism Wisdom, your space for uncovering the hidden energies that shape your life through Buddhist teachings and ancient wisdom. Have you ever felt like, no matter how hard you work, financial success and peace of mind remain just out of reach? What if I told you that the secret to unlocking abundance isn't just in your actions but in your surroundings, specifically, your bedroom? In Buddhist philosophy, your environment is a direct reflection of your mind. The space where you sleep and recharge isn't just a room, it's an energy field that silently influences your prosperity, health, and overall well-being. And if that energy is blocked or tainted, it can manifest as financial struggles, emotional stress, and even recurring bad luck. Today, we're diving into a powerful yet overlooked truth: the hidden objects in your bedroom that may be silently repelling prosperity from your life. This isn't just about superstition. Both Buddhist wisdom and the science of energy psychology confirm that the things you keep around you affect your mental clarity, motivation, and ability to attract wealth. In this video, I'll reveal 13 specific items you need to remove from your bedroom immediately to clear financial blockages and invite abundance into your life. But before we begin, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Zen Buddhism Wisdom, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss profound insights on Buddhist teachings and spiritual prosperity. Are you ready to transform your space and unlock the flow of wealth and positive energy? Let's begin. Holding on to old and unused clothes is a deeply ingrained habit for many people. These garments often represent more than just fabric. They carry emotional attachments, memories, and even a sense of identity. However, from the perspective of Zen Buddhism, the past is an illusion, and attachment to it hinders personal growth and transformation. The act of keeping old clothes is not just about sentimentality, it is an unconscious resistance to change, a refusal to embrace the fluidity of life. Zen teachings emphasize impermanence, the idea that all things are transient, and that clinging to the past only creates suffering. Psychologically, the reluctance to part with old clothes can be linked to a scarcity mindset, where one fears not having enough in the future. This fear manifests in hoarding behaviors, even if the items in question are no longer functional or relevant. Studies in behavioral psychology show that humans assign greater value to possessions simply because they own them, a cognitive bias known as the endowment effect. This attachment leads to stagnation, as the physical clutter mirrors mental and emotional blockages. Spiritually, clothes carry energy, and those that are unused or neglected contribute to a stagnant environment. In many Eastern traditions, objects absorb the energy of their surroundings. Old clothes, especially those associated with past experiences, hold remnants of emotions, whether joy, sadness, or nostalgia. Keeping them close prevents new energies from entering one's life, symbolically blocking personal and spiritual growth. The KonMari method, developed by Marie Kondo and heavily influenced by Zen philosophy, encourages individuals to only keep objects that spark joy. This approach aligns with the Zen practice of mindfulness, urging people to be fully present and intentional with their belongings. From a practical perspective, decluttering old clothes not only frees up physical space but also creates mental clarity. Minimalism, a concept deeply rooted in Zen, teaches that simplicity fosters peace. By letting go of unnecessary possessions, individuals cultivate a sense of liberation, allowing them to move forward unburdened by the past. The act of donating clothes to those in need transforms the process into a compassionate practice, aligning with the Buddhist principle of generosity, dana. The same principles apply to broken or unused electronics. In today's digital age, people accumulate gadgets rapidly, yet struggle to discard outdated or malfunctioning devices. These objects, when left unused, become symbols of unresolved problems and deferred decisions. A Zen master once advised a disciple feeling stuck in life to cleanse his living space of broken items. The disciple followed the advice and soon experienced a renewed sense of energy, clarity, and even career advancements. This anecdote illustrates a fundamental Zen teaching: energy flows where attention goes. When individuals surround themselves with broken things, they internalize the same fractured energy, leading to stagnation in various aspects of life. From a psychological standpoint, cluttered spaces filled with non-functional electronics contribute to mental overload. Neuroscientific research indicates that excessive visual stimuli, such as scattered objects, increase cognitive load, reducing focus and productivity. Broken items act as constant reminders of unfinished tasks, subtly reinforcing feelings of failure or procrastination. In contrast, a well-maintained, clutter-free environment promotes clarity, relaxation, and a sense of control. Spiritually, electronics, especially those that are no longer operational, interfere with the natural flow of qi, life energy. In Buddhist and Taoist traditions, the home is viewed as an extension of the self. When a space is filled with obsolete technology, it reflects an attachment to the past and an unwillingness to embrace change. By removing such objects, individuals align themselves with the principles of impermanence and renewal, creating room for fresh experiences and opportunities. The same logic applies to old papers and bills. Many people accumulate stacks of outdated documents, believing they may be useful someday. However, in Zen thought, hoarding unnecessary items, even paper, creates energetic congestion. Financial anxiety, often rooted in past experiences of scarcity or debt, is reinforced by the physical presence of old bills. Buddhist teachings emphasize non-attachment, urging individuals to release not only material possessions but also emotional burdens. Holding on to outdated financial records symbolizes an inability to let go of past monetary struggles, subconsciously perpetuating financial stress. Psychologically, clearing out old documents fosters a mindset of abundance. Research in behavioral economics suggests that individuals who maintain an organized and minimalist approach to their finances experience greater financial confidence and success. Decluttering financial paperwork serves as a symbolic gesture of releasing past anxieties, paving the way for prosperity. From a spiritual perspective, money is energy, and allowing it to flow freely, rather than clinging to past debts, aligns with Buddhist principles of impermanence and non-attachment. Dead or artificial plants carry a similar stagnant energy. While living plants symbolize growth, vitality, and renewal, dead or fake plants represent decay and stagnation. In Buddhist thought, nature is revered as a source of wisdom, teaching the impermanence of life. A Zen garden, for example, is meticulously maintained, emphasizing the importance of nurturing one's environment. Keeping dead plants in one space reflects neglect and disharmony, while artificial plants, though aesthetically pleasing, lack the vibrational energy of real ones. From a psychological perspective, exposure to natural greenery has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance overall well-being. Dead plants, on the other hand, subconsciously reinforce feelings of loss and neglect. In feng shui, an ancient Chinese practice aligned with many Zen principles, dead or artificial plants are believed to block the flow of qi, preventing fresh opportunities from entering one's life. The solution is simple: either care for real plants with intention or remove them altogether, allowing the space to breathe with natural vitality. Similar symbolic weight is carried by broken mirrors. In both Buddhist and feng shui traditions, mirrors hold immense power, reflecting not only physical images but also energetic states. A broken mirror distorts reflections, symbolizing fragmented thoughts and emotions. Imagine waking up each day and seeing a cracked version of yourself. This subtly reinforces feelings of internal chaos. Zen practice encourages mindfulness and clarity, both of which are disrupted by broken mirrors. Psychologically, mirrors play a crucial role in self-perception. Studies in cognitive psychology suggest that people internalize their reflections, shaping their self-esteem and mental state. A broken mirror, even if unconsciously, reinforces a fractured self-image. The best practice, according to Zen and Feng Shui teachings, is to remove or replace broken mirrors, ensuring that one's reflection is whole and harmonious. These are just a few examples of how objects in our environment deeply impact our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The principles of Zen Buddhism teach us that by consciously curating our space, we cultivate a harmonious life. Whether through discarding old clothes, removing broken electronics, or letting go of past financial anxieties, each act of decluttering is a step toward inner peace and renewal. By practicing non-attachment in our physical world, we learn to embrace impermanence, flow with change, and invite new possibilities into our lives. Bathroom cabinets often become graveyards for half-used skincare products, expired medications, and forgotten toiletries. While these items may seem insignificant, their presence reflects a resistance to letting go of the past and an attachment to what no longer serves us. Zen Buddhism teaches that clinging to what is no longer beneficial only leads to stagnation. Every expired bottle or unused product represents a decision left unmade, a hesitation to release the unnecessary. Psychologically, a cluttered bathroom, filled with outdated products, subtly signals disorder and lack of self-care. Studies in environmental psychology suggest that personal hygiene spaces greatly impact mental well-being. A cluttered environment often leads to a cluttered mind, whereas a well-maintained, minimalist space fosters clarity and mindfulness. Spiritually, products meant for cleansing and renewal lose their essence when they are left unused or expired. In many Eastern traditions, purification is a sacred act, both physically and spiritually. Hoarding outdated toiletries hinders this process, trapping energy in a cycle of neglect. The simple act of discarding what is no longer needed aligns with the Zen practice of intentionality, allowing one space to reflect a mindset of renewal and presence. Many people keep an overabundance of dishes, utensils, and gadgets, convinced that they might come in handy someday. Yet, in Zen philosophy, excess is a burden. The kitchen, where nourishment is prepared, should be a space of simplicity and harmony. When drawers overflow with unused utensils and cabinets are packed with rarely touched appliances, energy stagnates, making daily routines feel chaotic rather than mindful. Psychologically, cluttered kitchen spaces increase decision fatigue. Research in cognitive science suggests that too many choices lead to stress and inaction. A minimalist kitchen, on the other hand, promotes ease and efficiency, making each meal preparation an act of mindfulness rather than a chore. From a spiritual perspective, the way one interacts with food and its preparation reflects one's inner state. A Zen kitchen embodies intention, balance, and gratitude. By keeping only what is truly needed and loved, individuals cultivate an atmosphere of peace, making even the simplest act of boiling water a meditation in presence. Many people struggle to part with gifts they neither use nor love, fearing that discarding them would be disrespectful or ungrateful. However, in Zen thought, true gratitude is not about possession but about appreciation. A gift fulfills its purpose the moment it brings joy, and if it no longer serves that function, keeping it becomes an unnecessary weight. Psychologically, holding on to unwanted gifts can create a subconscious sense of obligation and emotional burden. The presence of such objects may evoke guilt rather than joy, subtly reinforcing feelings of stagnation and attachment. Behavioral studies confirm that people often assign sentimental value to objects out of obligation rather than genuine emotional connection. Spiritually, every object carries energy, and items kept out of guilt or duty introduce heaviness into one's space. In Buddhist teachings, generosity, dana, is not about hoarding but about circulation. By letting go of gifts that no longer bring happiness, perhaps by passing them on to someone who will appreciate them, one practices true gratitude and detachment, aligning with the Zen principle of impermanence. Many people accumulate unfinished projects, half-written manuscripts, incomplete paintings, abandoned hobbies, believing they might return to them someday. Yet, Zen wisdom teaches that clinging to what no longer aligns with one's present self only creates resistance to growth. These unfinished projects become symbolic of unfulfilled expectations, holding one back from moving forward. Psychologically, an environment filled with incomplete work fosters a sense of failure and procrastination. Studies show that unresolved tasks create cognitive tension, subtly depleting mental energy. The brain perceives unfinished projects as open loops, leading to stress and distraction. By consciously deciding to either complete or release these endeavors, individuals regain clarity and motivation. Spiritually, unfinished projects embody stagnant energy. In Zen philosophy, everything has a natural rhythm, and forcing oneself to hold on to what no longer resonates disrupts this flow. Letting go of projects that no longer inspire is not an act of failure but of wisdom, an acknowledgement that energy is better spent on pursuits that align with one's present path. Books are often revered as treasures of knowledge, yet holding on to those that no longer serve a purpose can create an unconscious burden. Many people keep books they have already read, hoping to revisit them someday, or hoard unread books out of a desire to appear intellectual or well-prepared. However, Zen wisdom teaches that knowledge, like all things, must flow. Just as stagnant water loses its vitality, clinging to books that no longer inspire or educate can inhibit personal growth. Psychologically, an overflowing bookshelf filled with unread or unnecessary books can induce a sense of overwhelm and mental clutter. Studies in cognitive psychology show that excessive visual stimuli reduce focus and productivity. A curated selection of meaningful books fosters intellectual clarity and engagement, while an excess of unread volumes can create guilt and procrastination, as they serve as constant reminders of unfulfilled intentions. Spiritually, books carry energy, as they contain the thoughts and emotions of their authors. Keeping books that are no longer relevant means surrounding oneself with outdated perspectives. In Zen practice, true wisdom comes from experience and presence, not from hoarding knowledge for its own sake. Donating or passing books to others allows their teachings to continue serving, embodying the Buddhist principle of dana, generosity, and reinforcing the idea that knowledge is meant to be shared, not clung to. Many people keep old trophies, certificates, and accolades as proof of their past accomplishments. While achievements should be honored, an attachment to them can become a trap, an identity frozen in time. Zen Buddhism teaches that the self is ever-changing, and defining oneself by past successes prevents growth and renewal. Psychologically, constantly revisiting past triumphs can create a fixation on former identities, leading to an inability to embrace the present. Studies in self-concept research suggest that individuals who overly identify with past achievements struggle with adaptability and future goal setting. When one's self-worth is tied to past successes, the fear of not being able to replicate them can lead to stagnation and anxiety. Spiritually, clinging to old accolades reinforces the illusion of ego, which Zen teachings encourage one to transcend. A Zen master once said, "When the bird has flown, do not worship the cage." True confidence comes not from what has been achieved but from the ability to keep growing. Letting go of old trophies does not mean dismissing past accomplishments, it means making space for new ones. A minimalist approach to success encourages one to seek fulfillment in the present rather than living in the shadow of past glories. Shoes are more than just practical items, they symbolize one's journey, both physically and metaphorically. Many people hold on to uncomfortable, outdated, or ill-fitting shoes out of nostalgia, guilt, or the thought that they might wear them someday. However, Zen philosophy reminds us that forcing oneself to walk in discomfort, whether in shoes or in life, only creates unnecessary suffering. Psychologically, wearing or even keeping uncomfortable shoes reinforces the tendency to endure discomfort rather than seek change. Studies in behavioral psychology reveal that humans develop attachment to possessions based on the sunk cost fallacy, meaning they hold on to things because they once invested time or money into them, even if they no longer serve them. By keeping painful or impractical shoes, one subconsciously trains the mind to tolerate situations that no longer fit, whether in relationships, careers, or habits. Spiritually, shoes, like all possessions, carry energy. In many Eastern traditions, footwear is seen as symbolic of one's life path. Holding on to shoes that bring discomfort or no longer suit one's needs reflects an unwillingness to step into a new phase of life. In Zen Buddhism, mindfulness in every step is essential. By letting go of shoes that no longer serve us, we metaphorically and literally clear the way for a smoother, more intentional journey. Perhaps the most profound form of clutter is not physical but emotional, the relationships we maintain out of obligation rather than genuine connection. Many people hold on to friendships, partnerships, or social circles that no longer align with their values, fearing loneliness or conflict. However, Zen wisdom teaches that true harmony comes from authenticity, not attachment. Holding on to relationships that have outlived their purpose only creates suffering, for oneself and others. Psychologically, maintaining draining relationships fosters emotional exhaustion and inner conflict. Studies in social psychology indicate that individuals who struggle with setting boundaries experience higher levels of stress and lower self-esteem. A relationship should be a source of growth, not guilt. Letting go of toxic or outdated connections is not an act of cruelty but of self-respect. Spiritually, relationships are like rivers, they should flow naturally. In Zen, the principle of impermanence reminds us that not all connections are meant to last forever. Some people enter our lives as teachers, and once their lesson is complete, clinging to them only hinders evolution. A Zen proverb states, "When the student is ready, the teacher disappears." Releasing relationships that no longer bring peace allows space for more meaningful, aligned connections to enter. Imagine waking up every morning feeling lighter, clearer, and fully aligned with the energy of abundance. No more invisible blockages, no more stagnant energy, just a space that nurtures success, peace, and financial prosperity. Your bedroom is not just where you sleep, it's where your future takes shape. And by removing these 13 harmful items, you're sending a powerful message to the universe: I am ready to receive. I welcome wealth. I embrace a life of harmony and success. Now is the time to take action. Start by removing just one of these energy-draining objects today and feel the difference. Shift your space, shift your destiny. Which item are you letting go of first? Comment below. I'd love to hear your transformation journey. We are building a community of mindful, abundant souls. Like this video, subscribe to Zen Buddhism Wisdom, and let's create a ripple effect of prosperity together. Your energy shapes your reality. Make it radiant. Make it abundant.